Welcome, Gemini, to your in-depth weekly horoscope for week commencing the 17th of July. Monday's a critical day, the new moon in the nurturing and protective sign of Cancer. But for you, that's asking you to be mindful about how you feel in terms of the foundations of your world, about your own value, but also everyday money. But on the same day, the nodal axis inverts into Aries North and Libra South. But that can be really exciting for you. But I think initially it's the link between the North Node and Venus this week, which could see a conversation or a connection which really can be very uplifting. The node is a very spiritual influence, very much to do with being in touch with the direction of travel that we're being pulled in, sometimes in a not necessarily logical way. So a conversation you have could be very uplifting. But I think generally your friendship group could be subject to some changes between now and the end of August. And that's because as the node inverts into Aries for the first time, the North Node, for 17 years, it and the South Node are in a T-square with the powerful Pluto. Pluto's having a big impact on the most psychological part of your situation, where you feel most invested, where you feel you're instinctively being led to change some elements of your life. And because the North Node is in the part of your situation with your higher mission, the mission that's much less to do with the material plane, you could have a little bit of a rejig that's set to unfold between now and the end of August, which is asking you to get a balance really between what you feel secure and safe with in terms of finance, and also what you feel comfortable with in terms of the more spiritual dimension. Now, as you come into this week, your ruler Mercury is in a right angle with Jupiter. But that suggests that you could get a spark of hope about something that is more instinctive. But later in the week, Mercury is in perhaps a more abrasive right angle with Uranus, and that could put your nervous system a little bit on edge. And with two vital oppositions this week, on Thursday, Mars and Saturn, and Saturday, the Sun and Pluto, for us all, it's going to be difficult to get just the right balance on all we're trying to achieve. Now, Mars is the planet of hustle, bustle, can be impatient, and it's now in your sector of home and emotion. And if someone, it seems to you, is not really tuning in that Cancerian way to how you're feeling about things, then by Thursday, I feel that there could be a sense of exasperation or frustration that's mounting. But just bear in mind that everybody's dealing with this very complex and contraflowing set of influences, whatever zodiac sign they are, whatever ascendant they have, but most importantly, whatever natal chart they have. So by the time we get to Saturday, not only is the Sun and Pluto in an opposition, we have going across them in the middle, we have them crossed over by the nodal axis. So we have a grand cross. So every 90 degrees, we have a competing energy. And then to cap it all in what is absolutely an incredible week, Venus, of course, goes into retrograde as the week draws to a close. So I feel the takeout from this week is it's important that you do feel protective about resources and security, but you also must give yourself some space to pursue your mores, the things that really uplift you, but it's going to be a fluid process, and I don't necessarily think any of us are going to know exactly where we stand by the end of this week. So Venus going into a retrograde suggests there's going to be a lot of conversations around all this, particularly through to the 4th of September when the retrograde ends. So the best thing you can do is use your ruler, Mercury and Venus in Leo, very proud sign as host, to measure what you say in as clear but also sincere way as possible. And if you do see that your longer term direction of travel might be a bit counterintuitive when it comes to practicalities and someone close to you isn't buying in, just try to be as patient as possible, because you could be suggesting something that seems really a bit different for you because you can be so logical. But instinct is going to become much more important in terms of your longer term future. But obviously the bills have to be paid. So it's a bit of a toggle at the moment, and that toggle will become clearer when we get to the end of August. I'd just like to share with you my very special opportunity. If you ascend above this Zodiac broadcast and order your year 2024 personal forecast now, based on your unique birth data, I'll prepare for you the rest of year 2023 completely free of charge. And in my special package of 30% off, and these charts are very good value, please do check out the cost of them. You will get your character analysis, your life roadmap report, which can help you to understand the patterns that are played out in your situation throughout your time in this life, and get a much sharper appreciation of how you can work with your qualities and also negotiate the challenges that we inevitably all have. Please see underneath this video for more.